Waylon Chavez here, your home selling expert with ABQ Premier Properties here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And what I spoke to you guys last week, and what I want to do is be the source and the resource for your real estate education, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. So today's going to be episode 1 of the real estate Q&A, and we're going to have a couple of guests on today. And we're shooting actually on location in a beautiful brand new model home that D.R. Horton has built here in the northwest part of Albuquerque, which is Storm Cloud Estates. And I want to bring Dave on with us today. He's actually the sales representative for D.R. Horton. He's going to tell us a little bit about the property, about the community, about the surrounding areas, and how you can get in touch with him to come and take a look at these beautiful homes. Dave, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us.
You bet. Thanks, Waylon. So this community, Storm Cloud Estates, hugely popular. We're building our top series here. It's Greenbuild, New Mexico. So there's energy saving in these houses. They're the most updated floor plans that you can find in the market. We have a 1-acre park in the neighborhood. There's 20 inventory homes here. So if you need something in the next 60 days, we have about 15 to 20 houses to choose from. We also have 40 home sites, Waylon, so if somebody wants to take a little time and build, takes about 6 months. And we can do contingencies on their existing house so that they can put their house on the market, purchase a house here, give us the money, and move forward. That way it's easier to move from one to the next property. We help with closing costs through the mortgage company. Just about everything that your customers need, we have here at D.R. Horton. The good news in the area is we got a new school in the area. It's Tres Volcanoes. It's a collaborative school, so it's kindergarten through 8th grade. Okay. So it's the newest thing in schools, and it's right here adjacent to this neighborhood.
Another great thing that's right up the street in the neighborhood too is for all the people that are in APS Sports. The brand new stadium's right up here, right?
They have not mistaken. Brand new stadium complex just right up the street.
Awesome. And I know there's going to be some softball fields, a sports complex coming, and other stuff to bring into the community. So it's a very good area and a very good community. So yes. Thank you for taking a few minutes to chat with us.
We appreciate it.
If you do come out here and talk to Dave, let him know you saw the video. We'll get things working for you, and whatever we can do out here, there's different models. One of them I really like specifically is a multi-generational home that has your main home living area, but has a separate living area for maybe an elderly parent or a young adult that's in college. It has its own, dinette, kitchen, washer and dryer in there. It's basically its own little studio apartment, which is pretty awesome. So if you need that, come and take a look, talk to Dave, and he'll be sure to help you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
So now what we're going to do is getting as far onto the education part and being that resource for you. So many times there's so many products out there, we don't know where to start. We don't know what questions to ask. We don't know what's available to us. So today what I want to do is bring on one of my close friends and personal mortgage loan officers. One of them that I work with is Richard Quintana with Union Home Mortgage. He's actually the area manager, and if you can also, he's tagged on the video here, but he's the mortgage guy. So just search the mortgage guy, and that's him. So Richard, thank you for joining us.
How's it going?
What we want to discuss today is loans, conventional versus FHA. There's so many loan products out there that people could get kind of lost in the mix of what's going on. There's so many products. So today let's go over FHA and conventional. What's the difference and what better suits our customers on each one. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself, what your role is as the area manager, and how you became a part of Union Home Mortgage.
So Union Home Mortgage basically is a company that's been around for several years, going on 30 years plus actually, and I've been around for over 21 years. I've been with the company since September of last year and had the opportunity to, grow with the company, and I became the area manager about 30 days ago. And my job basically is to grow the market and grow with the company, and I believe in the company. It's a great company. And that's basically that piece of it.
So now let's get into the education part and becoming that resource.
Yeah.
So explain to us, what's a conventional loan versus an FHA loan? What's the difference? And then we can get into some specifics to explain to our viewers.
Okay. So the biggest difference, honestly, is, realistically the name. Conventional is just a product that it's more focused on the buyer with higher credit scores because it gives you a more competitive option when it comes to mortgage insurance, assuming that you don't put 20% down. I guess the biggest facade with conventional is that you don't have to put 20% down on a mortgage anymore. With conventional, you can actually put as little as 3% down, and people don't realize that. FHA, honestly, that's a little bit more friendly towards the first-time home buyer, even though you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to use the FHA product. And it's actually a lot more friendly when it comes to people with lower credit scores, even though there are some, caveats to that when it comes to mortgage insurance and, the lifetime issue with mortgage insurance and such. But it is a lot more friendly when it comes to.
So speaking of credit scores, the difference between the two, so to get in, maybe, let's say a first-time home buyer, or maybe not even a first-time home buyer, because you don't have to be a first-time home buyer to use an FHA loan.
No.
So what credit score could we get somebody into on an FHA first-time home buyer program, or just to use the FHA product itself versus a conventional?
So, and that's a tricky question, and I say that because you can actually go, with our company, you can actually go as low as a credit score of 580. And I say that as far as a tricky question goes because, you can go as low as 580, but that comes with
Restricted.
there's certain things that go with it. There's you have to have what's called an AUS approval, which is our underwriting system approval, and it also comes with certain factors that the system wants to see. Wants to see job stability, it wants to see maybe some cash reserves, 401k. If you have a 401k, that helps with cash, with reserves. I try to tell people let's pretty up your file, and what I mean by that is, let's find pluses for your file that an underwriter is going to look at, that's going to make you look presentable or more presentable to the people making the decision for you. Basically,
They want to lend you the money.
Yeah, they want to lend you the money. Conventional, you can go as low as 620 is the cutoff for that product.
And what's the difference? Why in conventional do you need 620 versus FHA you need 580? I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean it's just
because of the program.
It's
right?
just the program.
Okay.
Those are just the program.
And a lot of people don't understand that, right? Like, why? Okay, if I have this, why can't I get this? But it's just a different program with different guidelines.
Yeah, and what it boils down to, quite honestly, is that every single person, every single buyer, every single file is going to have a different story that comes with it. And what you want to do as a buyer is you want to find, a loan officer, a professional, a financial advisor, because we kind of do everything when it comes to what we do, who knows what they're doing. And that comes with experience, that comes with just, honestly, just time on the job, basically. And,
And what I tell people is, that's a perfect segue, because what I tell people is, so many times realtors are conceived of the real estate profession is, they put signs in yards and open doors for people that want to see houses. They don't know what's all behind the scenes and what we do.
Yeah.
And that's one of the other reasons we created this, and I wanted to create this to show you what we do behind the scenes, to show you what's involved in a transaction and the value you're getting from a realtor, and why you should choose them and their team to help you with that. I always use the analogy: would you do your own heart surgery just to save a couple $100,000?
Yeah, for sure.
But when people get approved for loans and they pool their credit, I've had people tell me, well, I'm on this app and it says my credit score is this. What's the difference from these apps? I know. What's the difference from these apps versus an actual pool from a mortgage company and the actual credit companies?
Well,
why should they call us to get in touch with you to actually get a pool on their credit to get an accurate reading?
Well, and that's a good question. I wish I had the magic answer for that. And I say that because I look at my credit probably once a month, and I look at it on two different of my credit cards, right? And both credit cards pull the TransUnion score, and I look at them the same day on the two different credit cards, and they're two totally different numbers. But I know that if not that I would ever do it, because I can't do it, but if I pull credit with a mortgage company, it's going to be a totally different number. So I don't know the answer to that, because I could never explain credit, right? Because it's the oddest thing that there is. But it is a different algorithm that we use to pull credit. And keep in mind that we also use the middle score of all 3 credit scores, which means that, whether you're pulling, when you're pulling, from Credit Karma or you're looking at TransUnion through your credit card companies, we're going to look at, the middle of of the 3 scores, and it's not going to look like what you're looking at online or whatever.
So the premise is, call one of us to get you the actual, if you're thinking about purchasing or even refinancing or selling your home and buying a new one, you need to call a professional so they can get you that accurate information. We want to provide the best service for that. So yeah, give us a call, and that's why, I've had a call that says, my score is 700, and then when you come and pull it, it's like, yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
So what's the discrepancy? And it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be noted that, call one of us.
Yeah.
That way we can get you that accurate score and get you some accurate information before you go into, that next process of wanting to purchase a home.
Yeah, definitely.
What is the difference? So say somebody's paying $950 a month in rent right now. Mm-hmm. What would that translate into purchasing a home? The reason I say that is because I strongly believe real estate is one of the best industries to not only have a home and a place to live, which anybody needs anyway, but to build wealth. On average, homes are increasing by 3.6% each year. Mm-hmm. So what is that equivalent after 30 years? Your home is increasing in value 3.6% per year on average, sometimes more, sometimes less. Mm-hmm. For 30 years, your mortgage is going down, so you're becoming richer.
Yes.
I read an article last week where it says homeowners have 44% more net worth than renters. And it's true, because when you're renting, you're paying somebody else's mortgage, you're making them rich. And I know every situation is different. We can't do that, but we can work on getting you into that house and, building that wealth. And that's one of the surest things that always goes up is real estate.
Yeah.
So based on a $950 rent payment, what could that translate to into purchasing a home?
So, and that's, again, every scenario is different. Every person is different. But when you do the reverse math and assuming, worst and or best case scenario, somebody coming in with their own down payment, doing an FHA mortgage, doing their own 3.5% down, and I'm talking about principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, you're looking at about $135,000 purchase price. Would take you to about $950, of course, depending on taxes and insurance. Now, once you get into some of the first-time homebuyer programs, the bond programs, stuff like that, you'll have to add in the second mortgage stuff that goes in with that. But still, a lot of people are paying that in rent.
Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
You got to start somewhere. and quite honestly, even the people I know that are paying that in rent, they already have, they're, even if they're splitting that, they already have a roommate, bring in the roommate, and still rent out the room. And you're still buying typically a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home anyhow. So I don't know. That's just, I agree with you. You're not getting that at your bank,
Well,
so,
imagine if you stayed there 5 to 7 years, your balance is going down, your value's gone up, and you go to sell that and move into your next home, because so many people think, and the mindset is, oh my God, I'm going to live here forever. Oh. But in actuality, people are moving every 8 to 10 years now. Yeah. So, you got to start somewhere. It doesn't have to be in the $500,000 home. You got to start somewhere. And you never know where that's going to lead, but you always have to start. And I would say invest in yourself. And the way to do that is through real estate, because even in the downtimes, in the recession a few years ago, real estate was still, I consider, the number one investment. And we have the numbers to prove it, that it still went up,
Yeah, and it's yours,
Yeah. And it's exactly, that's the thing.
That's the one thing. It's still yours. You still need a place to live, and it's still, bottom line is still your investment. It's still yours. And
so where can people find you? We tagged you on here, so your business page is tagged on here.
Yeah.
So if you guys are watching this, you have any questions, please comment. I'll definitely respond to each and every comment. If you know somebody that needs to see this or you're interested, please share it on your profiles. We want to reach and educate as many people as we can, so we would appreciate if you guys shared this. And any parting words you want to leave with our viewers?
No, not at all. I'm pretty reachable. Just Google my name, Google the mortgage guy. Give me a call. My cell phone number is 505-715-8370. And that's it. I mean, we'd love to help you out. And let's get you into a new house.
Awesome. Well, thank you so
Cool.
much.
Thank you, Waylon.
Yes. So thank you all for joining on this first episode. We're going to continue this weekly. And I want to be that source for you of education, giving you the information, and putting you on the right path and answering these questions for you. So that way, when you do decide to go out and buy, purchase, or invest in real estate, you are educated, you have some knowledge of what it's going to entail. Next week I'm going to come to you. I'm going to be out of town, so we're still going to do this. It's going to be a little later. But what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to go, for you home sellers, over my book that I've written, 6 Ways to Profitably Sell Your Home. And what I like to tell you is it's my system for selling the home in less time, for more money, and less stress on you. So tune in next week. Thank you all for joining. And please, again, share this. We want to reach as many people as we can. Thank you so much.